Hi, David here with Futures Trading. Want to go ahead and get this information to you before the day actually end. The daily did end up coming back down. I told you in this morning's video that yesterday's close is a problem. All right, and it's just some price action stuff, really simple things. But them closing above this static level, showing interest to actually go higher. But I guess the pullback is going to come now, supposedly. Now, the idea was it to get here and then do something a little bit more substantial, maybe a little maybe half of this back down into this area, or even possibly here, and then take back off again. But if they're wanting to put that out right now, then they definitely can come here and maybe even a bit lower. But I do suspect that we can get at least this far. And again, yesterday's close was a problem, and that's what I said this morning. And so that's what we end up having happen this morning on the 5 minute chart here. We wind up breaking down from the static levels up closer to this high. Now, the green zone that you're seeing is actually this daily zone. Let me pull this back and screen for you. It is still that same zone. I just flipped the color because it's supposed to serve as demand once it's cleared. So it's kind of like this scenario here when we ran up here, tagged this level, dropped back, and then used this for demand and then took off. So I was expecting, hopefully, that we could go ahead and push up here today and not let yesterday's close be an issue. But I did suspect that that would be the problem. And so if the pullback is going to happen here, then yes, we can get back as far as here. Now, this daily zone clearly they've already went beyond where they should have been. It's not to say that they can't turn it back around, but is not looking favorable at this point. So the next levels down, of course, I said this morning was 250 or 150 there. And if you're not familiar with the static levels and things, you can definitely come on over to the channel here and catch that trading range, static levels, and chart scale. Now I go over three different methods on how to use of course, all the information that's right in front of you, the chart, the price, and even time. All of those things are right on the chart to familiarize yourself with where the market can potentially turn at. Now, this morning, I put that alert online. And if you're not a social partner, definitely go ahead and become one. Because again, I put this out 6 hours ago, around about 6:30, and I said if, and it was a big if because that is what wound up happening. Now, on the 5 minute chart here, you can see these reactions. All right, you can see these reactions. And of course, price was here when I put the alert online. So again, this is what it looked like. I'm gonna show it to you just really quickly here. Okay, so this is, let me see, I may have passed it. Hold on. This is what it looked like right here. All right, so we were roughly right here forming that range here. All right, and this is what essentially ended up transpiring. We went up to the top here, kind of found that resistance, just overshooting that lower time frame static level, only to come back down through here and just kind of cascaded right through that range. Now, on a 1 minute chart, I'll dial it down so you can see some of the fluctuations here. We end up referencing these zones as we came back through them. We kind of accelerated up through them, tried to trade back down here to find support, hit that resistance, drop down, and you can kind of see how it began to break down. And then, of course, we got down here and just kind of swung a bit, around those levels. Now, you can know these levels again. All you have to do is definitely check out that video, and you can familiarize yourself with the content. And again, I do not suspect that we will probably be heading up anytime today. But I did want to put this out just in the likelihood that they wanted to do so. You may find, price here or somewhere in this zone by the end of day. Can we hold it and continue up tomorrow? That will definitely be something you will have to gauge on tomorrow's activity. But if you're not familiar with the content, I suggest you take a look. Again, this is price, this is time, stuff that's really simple and not too subjective. And once price get there, you can utilize whatever information you have to gauge the timing of it. So I wish you all the best with your trading. Take